Pass the ball. Pass the ball. I'm open. I'm open. I'm open. Pass the ball. Pass the ball, Joe. Pass the ball, Joe. Oh my God, guys. Let's have a discussion. Let's have a discussion. It is time. Yes, Joel Embiid had 2 huge turnovers down the stretch that cost us the game against the Miami Heat. So you ask yourself, first of all, what the hell is Joel Embiid doing with the ball in his hands in that situation of the game? 15 seconds left in the game. What the hell is the one player that you know is turnover prone, that you know has trouble passing out of a double team, let alone a triple team, that you know turns the ball over every time he dribbles it? Why does he have the ball in his hands with 15 seconds left? That's what you need to ask yourself first. Next, you need to ask yourself, how did we get here? How did we end up in this situation? How did we let this team get to the point where we had to force overtime? How did we get there? Every NBA championship team has at least 2 superstars and a lot of role players that fill in the blanks, that fill in the spaces that complement the superstars, right? Most of them the past couple years had 3. How many superstars do the Sixers have? How many? How many dominant superstars? I'm talking this dude has the ball in his hands with the game on the line and is a threat to make a play. How many of those do we have? I'll wait. Don't worry. I got time. Let's see, Eagles game's at 4:15. It's only 12:17 right now. I got 4 hours. I'll sit here and wait. Somebody tell me how many we have. Tweet me, text me, call me, post it in the comments. How many do we have? You're going to live and die by your star players. That's just the nature of the game. You live and die by your star players. We have 3 max contract players: Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, and Tobias Harris. The clear story of this game is that Joel Embiid had 35 points. I'm not going to talk about him. We shouldn't be in the situation where he has the ball at the end of the game like that and turns it over. The game shouldn't even be there. We have 3 max contract players. Joel gave me 35 points. He's out the window. Tobias Harris couldn't buy a bucket this whole game. He was 4 for 15 and 0 for 4 from 3. Okay, so now you're down 1 because Tobias Harris is a jump shooter. Reminds me a lot of Carmelo Anthony. He was compared to him when he was drafted. All that stuff. His jumper almost looks identical to Carmelo. He lives and dies by his jump shot. He's going to have games where it's not going in, and he's not going to offer you much else. That's just the way it is. Ben Simmons? Oh, let me get ready for this. Ben Simmons fanboys, earmuffs. Earmuffs, Ben Simmons fanboys, earmuffs. I don't want to hear you crying in the comments. I'm about to say a lot of things that you're not going to like, that you refuse to hear, okay? In this game, the second biggest game of the season so far, Eastern Conference rival, huge game that we want to win. In the fourth quarter, your 3rd max contract player, Ben Simmons, your transcendent potential superstar, the guy that you tanked for 3 years to draft number 1 overall, who's suddenly slowly become a glue guy who gets rebounds and passes the ball and plays good defense. Which, by the way, if that would have been his draft profile and you would have said, well, he's never going to be a scorer, but he's going to be a good rebounder, ball handler, and assist guy and play good defense, you wouldn't have drafted him number 1 overall. Let's be honest. You need a potential superstar that's going to move the needle. Anyway, in this game, fourth quarter, Your number 1 overall pick potential superstar had 0 points, 0 shot attempts, and 1 assist the entire fourth quarter until 0.6 seconds left when he got a last-second tip in to send it to overtime because everybody thought the ball didn't hit the rim. I was on Twitter saying, if Ben doesn't average 14 points per game, we're not in these situations. We're winning these games by 10-plus points. If you're starting guard who was supposed to be a superstar doesn't average 14 points. And people said, you clearly didn't watch the game. Ben wasn't the problem. Ben's the only reason we got to overtime. Yes, but Ben playing point guard is the reason we had to go to overtime. He disappears in the fourth quarter. Trey Burke had 11 points in the fourth quarter. Oh my God. A point guard came in the game, ran pick and rolls, shot jump shots off of the pick and rolls, caught and shot wide open three-pointers, and scored 11 points in 9 minutes in the fourth quarter. Brett Brown played Trey Burke the entire fourth quarter with Ben Simmons on the floor. What does that tell you? Brett Brown's facing reality right now. He's saying, I need a ball-handling guard on the floor. I need a guy who can be a floor general from the top of the key in the half-court offense in a close game. I have to play Trey Burke. So now because you're forcing Ben Simmons to be a point guard, you're trying to run a half-court offense with a power forward as your primary ball handler. Now you have to resort to running Josh Richardson at the top of the key to make plays or bringing your backup point guard on the floor to make plays because you don't have a starting point guard. You don't have one. In overtime, Ben Simmons caught 2 lobs at the rim, under the rim, from Josh Richardson, okay? So your point guard, who's really a power forward or a center in today's NBA, is under the rim catching lobs from your shooting guard who's now running the offense because you don't have a point guard. Bro, it's so ass backwards. Let's stop this. This offense might work if we run Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons at the 4 and the 5 and get a star point guard to run the offense. It might work. But on top of all of those things that we're missing and players being forced to play out of position and all that stuff, we sign a backup center. Al Horford wasn't on the floor most of the fourth quarter. Now you have a $100 million backup center who you can't play in the fourth quarter because you need ball-handling guards who can shoot. Duh. It's basic basketball. The big guys in the middle, the players who can dribble and shoot are on the outside. You can't run an entire offense with a bunch of big guys and no guards. Where are the guards? Oh, good Lord. I'm done talking about Ben Simmons. But he's not what we thought he was when we drafted him, and if you don't want to accept that, that's fine. 2 horrible turnovers in the final seconds of the game. I mean, we can't let that happen. How does Joel Embiid not pass that ball? He's triple teamed. Josh Richardson and Trey Burke are standing at half court wide open, and he doesn't pass the ball. What happened? Or did he want to get intentionally fouled so he could make the free throws and be the hero of the game? Is that what it was? Was he making a selfish play? I can't figure it out. I don't know how he doesn't get rid of that ball. He gets rid of that ball, game over. This game should have ended a couple different times. Then we get into overtime, and it comes down to Jimmy Butler one-on-one with Al Horford. How does that happen? How do we end up with Al Horford guarding Jimmy Butler with the game on the line? And Al fouls him. Bro, Jimmy Butler is not a great jump shooter. He's not going to kill you. You let him shoot it, and you live and die with the result. If he makes it and wins the game, you're done. You don't reach in and foul him. Oh, my God. You reached in and fouled him on a jump shot with 2 seconds left. Why did that happen? Because we have a $100 million backup center. Who the hell looked at this roster construction, said, we have Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. Ben, we're going to play at point guard still. I don't know why, really, but he's going to be in the dunker spot most of the game because he can't really score from the outside. Joel Embiid needs space in the paint. What are we going to do? Oh, let's add another center. Oh, don't we need, like, point guards and shooting guards and, the Wesley Matthews of the world, the Eric Bledsoes of the world, don't we need those guys? Nah, we don't need those guys. Nah. We'll just run 5 centers. We'll just run 5 centers and dominate the NBA. It's 2020, guys. You saw how the Heat beat us? 3-point shooters. Duncan Robinson, Tyler Hero. These dudes killed us when it mattered by hitting threes. Kendrick Nunn. I don't know how they discovered him. I wish we would have discovered him. Ball handling guard who can shoot. How many of those do we have? So, where do we go from here, man? The Christmas Day game had me on a high, of course. I was up here. But I should have known we're not going to make 21 threes in a game. Probably ever again. I should have known that. We're not going to shoot 47% from 3 again. We can't live and die by the 3. We're not good enough 3-point shooters to live and die by that. So the only chance we have of beating the Bucks is hitting 21 threes. At this point, we better hope we get the Bucks, because we have the defense and the guys to shut down Giannis. We're not going to make 21 threes, but if we shut down Giannis, we can still win that series. We better hope we get the Bucks. If we play Miami in the playoffs, that's the thing. If the Bucks were the only team in the league, if it was a 2-team league, the Sixers and the Bucks, yeah, you built this roster pretty well to beat the Bucks. Oh, you have to beat other teams too? Oh, we have to play Miami, who has a whole bunch of ball-handling shooting guards who can run you out of the gym. Oh, we have to play Brooklyn, who has a whole bunch of ball-handling shooting guards that can run you out the gym. Oh, we have to play the Orlando Magic, the Washington Wizards, literally every other team in the league, because they have ball-handling shooting guards who can run you out of the gym? I don't know what's going to happen, but we're not even going to get to the Bucks with this roster. We're not. Maybe if we fall down to the 8 seed and play the Bucks in the first round, that's probably our best chance. If we end up the 5 seed and play Miami at the 4, we're done. The truth comes to light in a 7-game series. The truth comes to light. You want to shoot 21, you want to make 21 threes, shoot 47%, that's all good. But over the course of 7 games, you're not going to do that. Over the course of 7 games, your power forward who you're forcing to play point guard is going to get exposed in the fourth quarter when teams run zone defenses or play 15 feet off of him. It's going to be the same story as last year. So what's going to change? You guys let me know in the comments what's going to change. Is this team suddenly going to be well-balanced and be the best team in the East? Or do we need to make a serious change? Do we need to trade somebody at the trade deadline to bring in a point guard, move Ben to the power forward? Do we need to bring more shooters off the bench? What do we need to do? Let me know in the comments what you think. Or is Brett Brown going to be stubborn and refuse to change anything, as he has been this whole season so far? You guys let me know what you think. My name is DJ Eastwood. Thank you for watching Running Back. As always, hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed yet. How much time do I have until the Eagles game? Peace.